Ever had one of those big ideas and just thought, okay, now what? Well, today we're going to break down the essentials. We're going to help you build your very first creator's toolkit.
All right, let's just jump right in. Have you ever been, walking around, maybe at school, and you see something that's just kind of broken? That little spark in your head, that little voice that goes, hey, I could totally fix that. Yeah, that's it. That's where this whole journey begins.
So where do we even start? Well, the very first tool we need for our toolkit is understanding the foundation of it all. Before we can build anything, we got to know what exactly is a business.
Look, forget all the complicated definitions you might have heard. At its heart, a business is actually super simple. It really just boils down to this. You find a problem, you create a solution for that problem, and because you created something valuable, you get a reward. That's pretty much the whole game.
Let's make this feel real for a second. Picture this. The problem? It's that 3 p.m. slump at school and everyone's hungry. The solution? You start selling some healthy, tasty snacks. See? You're not just selling food, you're solving a real, immediate problem and making everyone's day just a little bit better.
Okay, so we get the basic model now. Problem, solution, reward. But where do the actual ideas come from? Let's add the next tool to our kit and figure out how to find that one big idea that's really worth chasing.
Now, this is a really important difference to understand. A regular business, it might sell something like notebooks. It's steady, it fills a need that's already there. But a startup? A startup is all about explosive growth, usually using brand new ideas or technology. Think about an app that totally changes how we learn something new. It's not just about selling a thing, it's about scaling an idea to millions of people and doing it fast. That's the startup vibe.
But you know what? Whether you're dreaming of a small local shop or a huge global startup, the starting line is always in the exact same place. It all comes back to this one simple formula. That magic moment happens when you connect a real problem out there with a unique solution that you can bring to the table.
We've talked about the what and the how, but let's shift gears and focus on the who. Who is this person who takes an idea and actually breathes life into it? Just who is an entrepreneur?
First things first, this isn't some fancy job title. It's a mindset. An entrepreneur is someone who steps up and takes ownership. They're willing to try new things, to take some smart risks. And probably most important of all, they get that failure isn't the end. It's just a signpost on the way to getting it right.
So what's in their DNA? Well, it all starts with a deep, deep sense of curiosity. These are the people always asking why or what if, and that's exactly how they spot the opportunities that everybody else just walks right past.
But all the curiosity in the world doesn't mean a thing without a serious work ethic. Entrepreneurs know you have to put in the hours, you have to do the work to turn a cool thought into a real thing. It's the execution that separates the dreamers from the doers.
And all that hard work has to be built on a solid foundation of honesty. You just can't build anything that lasts without trust. Trust from your customers, from your team, and with yourself. And this might just be the most critical trait of them all. They learn from their mistakes. They don't see a setback and think, oh no, I failed. They see it as data. Every little stumble is a lesson that makes them smarter and stronger for the next attempt.
So, take a quick look at this list. Which of these really sound like you? I'm willing to bet you've got a lot more of these qualities already than you might even realize.
All right, time to get practical. Let's open up that toolkit and look at the absolute must-haves for managing your new idea. And let's start with the big one, money. First up is income. Super simple. This is all the money that comes into your business. Every sale you make, every customer that pays you, that all adds to your income.
And of course, for all the money coming in, there's usually some money going out. Those are your expenses. The cost of your supplies, materials, whatever you need to spend to make your solution happen.
And now, for the most important number of all, profit. It's just what's left over after you've paid for everything. You take all your income, you subtract all your expenses, and that number you're left with, that's your profit. That's the real scorecard of your business.
So, what could your idea actually look like? Well, most businesses fall into one of 3 buckets. First, you could have a product business, where you sell actual physical things. Or you could offer a service, where people pay you for your skills and your time. Or you could build an online business, using the power of the internet to reach people anywhere.
So you've built something great. Now what? Well, you have to let people know it exists. That's marketing. And the golden rule is way simpler than you think. Just make a really good product and then talk about it honestly. That simple combo builds trust, and trust is what turns someone who buys from you once into a fan for life.
Okay, we've got the idea, we've got the mindset, and we've got the essential tools in our kit. So let's bring it all together and talk about the journey. How to dream big, but maybe more importantly, how to start small.
Before we look at the final steps, you have to lock this mindset in. Things are going to go wrong. An idea might not work out, and that is totally okay, because every single failure is just a lesson in disguise, and every lesson leads to growth. Failure isn't the end of the game, it's a power-up.
And here it is. This is your roadmap, your 5-step plan to start, like, today. Step 1, find that problem that bugs you. 2, brainstorm a cool solution. 3, and please don't skip this one, ask real people if it's something they'd actually want. 4, start small. You don't need a huge budget. And finally, number 5, just try to make it 1% better every single day.
Because that's what this is all about, right? It's about making that jump from being someone who just learns about the world to being someone who actively helps create it.
So, we're going to leave you with this one question. Now that you have the tools, just look around. What problem out there is just waiting for you? What will you solve first?